Yishai, at the end of the book, of your book, Theology of Absence, you have this description of prayer that I found very powerful, that you say, I'm praying, I'm saying the words, I'm putting my hands up to the sky, I'm bowing down, I'm saying, refuat shlema, may someone be healed, but with humility you say, but I don't know what it's doing. But I know that I'm praying. It's a fact. The words are coming out of my mouth. And then you have this amazing paragraph a little bit after where you say that you got an email from a family friend of yours. Someone was sick and they said you should say Tehillim. And you in this very humble way, you say, I don't know what saying Tehillim will do, but I know I can say Tehillim. And that's prayer. Prayer is saying Tehillim. So I want to ask you a little bit to elaborate on that, because I think that's a very scary idea for a lot of people that you're actually excited by. That the majority of people, myself included, when I read this book, felt, why is this person excited by this idea? Why are they actually putting it in a book? The majority of us would say, well, if I'm just saying the words, I don't want to do it anymore. That's robotic. But for you, there's something very powerful about, I'm saying words, and I am praying, and I know that I'm praying, and I know these words are coming out of my mouth every day. So maybe you can talk a little bit about what you're attracted to there, and why do you think that is powerful?
Birshutcha, I will give two interpretations to that. One that is more put in Theology of Absence, and the second that is more dealt in the Yehudi Shel HaKatzen, the Jew of the Edge, the second book. It's not robotic. That's the epilogue of the book, is returning to the post-secular, post-Auschwitz belief, but over here it's post-secular, post-Auschwitz prayer, davening. I will say davening, even though that's not a correct English, but that's how I grew up. And yes, I pray. I don't pray because it's a mitzvat anashim melumada, and I don't pray because it's a psak in the Shulchan Aruch. I pray first of all because that's something that is written into my existence. I there bring a few episodes. The one that is running to the bus and שרק לא יגיע בזמן, the one that is praying לרפואת, and the one that is saying Yesh Elohim because Michael Jordan put in or Adi Gordon for me, in the Gmar Gavia when I was in high school against Maccabi Tel Aviv, Yesh Elohim. Now, here the words of the pray, the words of the Shevach, of the Hodaya are spreaded in the world, not because the world is an evidence of their correctness, of their nechonut. The world is an edut of their discorrect. Lei din velei dayan. וכי ניתנה לרופא רשות לרפא. And that's, רק הוא מרפא, לא רופא החולים. ובכל זאת, ברוך הוא רופא חולים. So, how to understand that davening, how to understand Baruch Hashem, how to understand that Tehillim that I'm reading. And over there, I'm trying to give a psychotheological reading of that situation. And I see the prayer, the tefillah, let's say, as a pathologia, like a tick You know what's a tik? Like an OCD. Like or Nidudei Shena. Levinas has a brilliant paragraph on Nidudei Shena. The thought saying, I didn't lock the door. The door, I need to see if the door is... You cannot deal with that thought with the tools of Emet v'Sheker. It's before Emet v'Sheker. It's too fundamental to be dealt in a philosophical perspective or a historical perspective. That thought, that obsessive thought, or that tik. How do you say tik in tik? Is part of the existence of the subject. It's not built on top of it. One that is in a machshava tordanit. How do you say machshava tordanit?
Unconscious?
No, disturbable. Somebody has a machshava tordanit. That means that something is bothering all the time is thought. Did I lock the door? Or things like that.
Paranoia?
No, obsessive kind of...
Obsessive disorder?
Could be a kind of obsessive disorder. Machshava tordanit. Afterwards look up what's machshava tordanit. It's not that you have that person, we'll name him John, and he is disturbed by the thought that is now disturbing him again and again and again. He's a disturbed subject. That's who he is. You cannot deal with him, okay, there's you, and there's that thought. There's you, and there's the disturbance. No, you're a disturbed existence. The prayer, the davening, is disturbing our world. יש אלוקים, ברוך השם, שרק לא יגיע בזמן. רפאנו is there as a tic, as a OCD, compulsive disorder. But we are disorder. It's not that there's the world, us, and that disorder. We are this disturbed existence. So it's not robotic. This is my existence. I'm totally davening. I'm totally praying. I'm totally disturbed by the need to pray. Disturbed again. I'm also disturbed by the joy that the prayer gives me, because it's not smooth. It doesn't fit to the world. That's how I deal with it in the first book. That chapter of self-reflection. It ends, I will remind you on the phrase of the Meir Ariel's song, Amelech Hayrom Tzoed Shenit, Belachatz Hamon. You remember that? The naked king, Amelech Hayrom. You know the story of Endelson, right? Amelech Hayrom Tzoed Shenit, Belachatz Hamon. That's Meir Ariel's things. And I hear Meir Ariel that he's speaking theology over there. The naked Melech, HaMelech Hayrom, Tzoed Shenit. Here he's, the Jewish, the religious language is again. But everybody knows that it's naked. As the first story. But Belachatz Hamon. Yeah, how does it go? המלך הוא עירום, אך בניגוד לסיפור המודרניסטי של הנס כריסטיאן אנדרסן, שמטרתו לבקר, להאיר עיני טיפשים ולהקיץ את הנרדמים, הרי שאצל מאיר אריאל אין כל סוד שאינו ידוע. כולם יודעים ומדברים על העירום של המלך, אבל כולם גם דוחקים בו ונדחפים כדי לראות אותו צועד שנית, בבגדי העירום המשומשים. זו התפילה היחידה האפשרית לאחר אושוויץ. תפילה הנוכחת באירוניה העצמית של בגדי המלך, שבאמת אינם מסתירים דבר. In the second book, it's different. It's not different meaning it doesn't contradict, but I give a different, another self-understanding that is full of humbleness. And I'm saying here not as anav b'nei atzmo. I'm really humble when I say these words that are so full and are so unerasable. I have there a drush. עדותיך נאמנו מאוד לביתך נב הקודש, השם לאורך ימים. עדותיך could be your chukim, your mishpatim, your mitzvot, and could be also your words, your sentences, your phrases, לאורך ימים. And when I stand and pray, I listen to the words. I'm not looking for me to feel myself that I'm mizdaheh, how to say mizdaheh, identify with them, or that they will make me feel something. I'm just stunned by these rich mesamnim. Sometimes they also mean something specific to me. Sometimes they get me mad. But they are always לאורך ימים. עדותיך נאמנו מאוד. I cherish these moments that I mumble these words. I feel my mouth and tongue so thankful for being able to speak, to be able to carry such heavy words. How does it connect to the first way of the reading in Theology of Absence? Is that there's no metaphysica. The words, God, Melech hu erom. That he's erom doesn't mean that he's not melech. That the tefillah is naked doesn't mean that these words are significant.